So we got Greg Doucette having a roid rage, and I'm just gonna pause the video. Look at this. Look how red his neck is. All right, my neck also gets that red when I'm using oral anabolics and a higher than 120 milligram of test a week. So when Greg says, I just do a TRT, you know he's absolutely beasting. He sells turkestrone. All right, turkestrone is absolute BS snake oil. Greg Doucette has become a snake oil, fake natty, half truth. I just do TRT. Yeah, sure, dude. Sure, you've got that red neck just on TRT, bro. Yeah, sure. And just how he's raging, man. He is raging. Anyway, and hey, Greg's not the only fake natty supplement shiller out there. All right, it's not just Greg, but he's definitely Greg is losing the plot. Turkestrone's bullshit. All right, if turkestrone was legit, it would be banned by the IOC, by WADA, by USADA. It would be banned by ASDA. As a bicycle racer, you can take turkestrone. No one cares about turkestrone because it doesn't work. You think Greg Doucette's turkestrone works? I don't believe it does. If Greg Doucette's turkestrone, what the heck is even turkestrone? I know it's not. I know it doesn't work because if it did, if Greg Doucette's turkestrone was an anabolic compound, build muscle, lean muscle mass, like Anavar Greg Doucette, it would be banned. Let's see if turkestrone is banned. Alright, so we've got, in Google says nothing, just all these, it's not banned by the military, it's not banned by USADA, it's been around a long time, alright, it's been around a long time, it's not banned. You know why it's not banned? Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work like Anavar does, like testosterone does, like real anabolics work, okay? It's not banned because it's a joke. It's a pansy fairy supplement, all right? If you think you're going to get as swole as Greg, on turkestrone, or as swole as Jeff Nippard on turkestrone, both these guys, all these fake natties, right? Just TRT, you're a fake natty. All of these people, these sociopathic YouTubers, they all use high dosage anabolics. Go and use TRT. And notice how your body doesn't even change. You might gain a kilo of muscle. All right? Maybe. Your body won't change. You will not look like a bodybuilder on TRT. All right? You will not look like Jeff Nippard, who's running high dosages over the years. Greg Doucette, running high dosage over the years. All right? You can't maintain that mass just on TRT. Okay? It just doesn't happen. It's called bodybuilding, and there's no such thing as natural bodybuilding. Natural bodybuilding is a joke. It doesn't exist. Actually, it does exist. Those guys on stage where you're like, dude, did you come to the wrong competition? Like, what are you doing? Are you trolling? Like, if someone gets up on stage and you look at them, you sort of like think, oh, this guy's trolling. You know what I mean? That's natural bodybuilding, all right? That's natural bodybuilding, all right? Guys like Greg Doucette, Jeff Nippard, Aftren X, all right? Then Callum Van Monger is taking a stack. Like, not everyone wants to take 10 grams a week like Callum Monger. All right? Guys like Greg Doucette, Jeff Nippard, Aftren X, they're taking 500, 1,500 milligram a week. They're not blasting 10 grams of compounds a week like Callum Van Monger, etc. Okay? So just don't think, the dosage determines the weight. Okay? High weight bodybuilders are taking high dosage. It's linear. The more you take, the more you grow. It's linear. And anyone who says it's not, especially in regards to testosterone, they're lying to you. They're the people who say, I just use 200 milligram a week. I just use 300 milligram a week. Okay? They're lying to you. They are lying to you. Okay? If you don't believe me, go listen to the Steroids podcast with bodybuilder in Thailand. There's a guy there called Jordan Oakley. There's people out there who are transparent about what they actually take, okay? These other people, they're lying to you. Even Joe Rogan, 200 milligrams, they all act so ignorant and stuff. They're just insecure, and that's unfortunate because these people Greg Doucette would have incredible advice about steroids, his steroid cycles, what he's using now, what he's using last year. Same with Jeff Nippard. Jeff Nippard would know a lot about steroids, what he takes, etc., and what he's done. So that's where these people have the wisdom and experience. But when they lie to their audience just to get money, it's a scam, man. It's a scam. You think Greg Doucette cares about his audiences? Look what happened to Scott Murray. Greg Doucette, can I ask you a question, Greg? I'll ask you a question. Were you aware that Scott Murray had a raging eating disorder following your protocols and was buying all your stimulants, all your drugs? You were selling drugs to Scott Murray. You were. Pre-workout, caffeine. It's a drug, all right? You're selling the drugs to these kids. Scott Murray's a kid. I don't know how old he is, but he's a kid. He's a young dude. Did you reach out, Greg, and say, hey, Scott, back up a bit, man. You're nah, I don't want to sell you this stuff anymore. You got a problem. Let's talk. Let's what's going on? What are you doing? This is not healthy. What are you doing? No, I mean, maybe Greg had that conversation. I don't think he did. Greg, did you have that conversation with Scott Murray before his death? How many people, Greg, have died taking your advice, calories in, calories out, train harder than last time, load up on drugs to avoid eating, put the fork down, Can't sleep, take Greg Doucette's sleeping pills. It's disappointing, man. I mean, Greg's my age, all right? When you're in your 40s, man, you know better. And the fact that Greg doesn't do better, it's very disappointing. Greg, very disappointing, dude. You're not some 20-year-old scammer like freaking Nippard, etc. You're the same age as me and Ath Tren X. We know better. Let's do better.